Alrighty, hello everybody and good afternoon. Welcome to, well, what I could absolutely swear is Apocalypse 2020. Whew, don't know if anybody else out there has been, had their respective areas hit by the fun little virus situations going on worldwide right now. I actually can't pull up chat at the moment. Waiting for that to come up on the other screen here, but yeah. We just kind of had it show up in our neck of the woods yesterday, and sweet lord, people are freaking the hell out. I kid you not, there's lines 7+ hours long for toilet paper and all this other crap, and I don't know why people are even bothering to stockpile water, because it's not like the water supply is affected. Like, it's stupid. I don't even know how driving 100 miles an hour is helping anyone. So yeah, it's been an occurrence for sure. Also, you know what? I just noticed I forgot something incredibly obvious last time. Let's go over to here, and hopefully I'll have chat up any second now. This guy still looks like the Shadiversity guy. Alright. I was asking about this one last time, and the answer is ridiculously obvious. That was the one I end up going with for luck, and also we need to change that hat. Alright, what kind of hats we got going on here? Probably gonna go with this one, but we'll see. Do they have a little beret of some sort? It's actually weird that they have the little healing hat, but their actual hat's the hood thing. Wonder why they do that. Weird. Anywho, that's gonna bug me forever, but there we go. We'll give him a little beret. That looks a bit more fitting. And, yeah. Let's see. Accessory. What can we give him? Sweet, we can give him a mustache. Alright, we got Felicia with a mustache. Sounds good to me. Let's make that happen. Alright, and away we go. And one of these days, this other computer will finish loading. Hot dang. Yeah, last night, for whatever reason, our little cat decided to go repeatedly turn it on, so it kind of just toasted itself. In fact, I can actually probably just do one of these real quick. I'll tab it. Hello there, new type. There we go. Not like the water supply is affected yet. Oh, please. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine as far as that goes. This is, like, unless you're 80+, this is worst case scenario gonna be like a week of inconvenience, but there's really no need for people to be straight up writing over things. Like, okay, we ran out of yesterday when the news came in, we had just run out of bacon and toilet paper. For whatever reason, people are stockpiling turkey bacon and toilet paper. So you know, have the membership for, or the advanced membership for Sam's there, so we run down to Sam's, show up there at 7 a.m. Already gone from the previous day. Within minutes, apparently, of the announcement, everything was just gone. So yeah, that was an interesting amount of speed that came out of that one. So, you know, ended up just saying screw it. You know, just ended up leaving. Went to go check on the bacon situation. Somebody had taken, like, they usually have like 50-something packs of turkey bacon on hand. Somebody had taken all but one of them, which had gotten stuck in the grill, and they were apparently in too much of a hurry to get it out. So, yeah, no idea. No idea who the hell goes nuts over turkey bacon like that, but oh well. Such is life. Let's see, go to Overstock on toilet paper, pick up some bacon while you're there. Yep. Also, yeah, this thing has a ton of customization options. I like it. I like it lots. And, okay, so, let's go ahead and move on here real quick. I think I was gonna go do some patrol-y dealy, see how that works out. Actually, no, you can only patrol in the rough end of town, right? Because I know that some folks here needed some equipment. So you're equipped, you're equipped, you're equipped, except you don't have any armor. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to go over here. Wait a minute, they mentioned how many... Oh, they even tell you what level's there. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. And they even tell you how many treasure chests. That's good. That's nice of them. So we know that we need some water boots or something to pick up the treasure chest from over here. I'm kind of wondering if I'm correct in thinking that it feels like there's some Shovel Knight inspiration going on here. There just seems to be a whole lot of Whole lot of good stuff as far as that goes. Alright, guys, got a longsword of some description over there. Yeah, I like it. I like it lots. Alright, let's put Wizard Man back here. Gonna wonder if the rain's gonna affect any accuracy. Find out pretty soon. Diebold here, Airsoul here, and Matsuno back here. And there we go. Let's get the rookie team going here. And there we go. Twitch is finally almost up. One of these days. Alright, let's see how those ranged animations look. Please be good. Good! They actually did good ranged animations. Good. I'll say, it sometimes bugs me way more than it should when they bizarrely skimp out on ranged animations. Like, I have to say, for FFT specifically, it always kind of bugged me that the way that they did it is kind of brilliant, but at the same time, it always makes me a little bit upset that instead of actually drawing back their bow, they just lean forward, just kind of hold the bow close to themselves, and it just shoots. Just like, please draw your actual bow, sir. You can tell a lot of things about the archers in that one were kind of a last-minute thing, but oh well. Sometimes stuff's a little bit of an afterthought. Alright, I wonder if using this will actually still give experience. Okay, no it doesn't. It's based off HP. I know in some cases it'll be based off of whether or not it removes a debuff, so presumably in this case it might be either. It does seem like they were pretty well familiar with the genre when they were making a lot of bounces, if I were to guess. So I was wondering about this game too. By the way, sorry for the sudden, what seems like a lag spike. That's actually not what it seems like. That's the controller turning on and off. It's a weird quirk. Actually, come to think of it, I think I know how to fix that. Now, is there an interrupt? Because I don't think there's an interrupt for this one. Yeah, I don't think there's an interrupt. Which is fine. Whatever. Alright, first off, for options... If we set... Let's see. We'll zoom in on map so the pixels are rendering perfectly, not scaled down. No will show the default amount of map space, but sprites won't be rendered perfectly. No impact on resolution. Huh. Okay. Alright, whatever. Because somewhere... Yeah, game plan... I could have sworn there was an option somewhere that, Oh, you can enable left stick. Okay, yes. Yes, do enable left stick. Yay! Wonder if that allows for camera movement with that. I mean, kind of. It's to the same degree as one would expect. Oh well, worth a try. Alright. Let's go ahead and rob this guy. Friggin' yoink. I was gonna go rob the robbers, however that works. And oh no, Twitch is having issues. Oh hell. Please tell me Twitch just didn't get deleted because of the coronavirus or some crap. My oh my. Alright, hang on, let me check if it's... Maybe it's just this other computer here. I mean, it still seems to be running here. If anybody happens to know whether... No, it still shows 2 people here, so presumably it's still running. Alright, what kind of resistance has he's got? Just water? Lightning it is. I'd figure lightning would be better in the rain. So I don't think it actually matters in this one, but... Oh well. It's there, all the same. Chance to inflict root. I feel like this one's probably a threat. Now, I've heard that you can potentially shoot bows and stuff through buildings, so I'd assume we don't have to worry about the roll of 6 for firing. For those unfamiliar, it's just basically where, with a lot of games of this genre, you're... Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it seems to be sort of working, I think. Hello there, Mr. Rudebird. Yeah, I think it's my other computer that's being all weird right now. Couldn't tell you for sure. And there we go with the controller being all bizarre again, as it does. So apologies about that. Why on earth is it doing that? Ah well, should be back in a moment. Let me adjust my wire here so that this controller stops being weird. Alright, come on now, controller. We are not doing this right now. You are plugged in. Stop deciding to go to sleep after 1 second. Yeah, I think it's a PS4 controller issue. Because it seriously just goes to sleep the second you're not pushing a button. It's kind of annoying. Right, let's see, we get 16 from a defensive hit. 19 from a regular one. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Thief there is probably going to get themselves killed pretty soon here. Especially considering the fact that they can heal ridiculously well with these wolf things. Holy crap. Get her out of the way so we're not running into this kind of stuff over and over. Also, I need to get her feather hat back, don't I? Yeah, definitely got to get rid of this wolf for sure, though. Alright, weak to fire. So far, so okay. He can come back and get those same tiles in a moment. Just need to keep shooting at this wolf until it goes away. With any luck, Diebold should be able to finish it off. Why is that guy a skeleton? Because I made him a skeleton. It's actually just one of the customization options you have. They've got a hell of a lot of them. Snakebite oil. You'd think he probably would have dropped a wolf pelt or something. But no. Just on about his, well, I guess it wouldn't be an antidote in this case, would it? These guys with their bow guns are dang strong. Hang on, one thing I want to take a look at here. Yeah, it shows their level is 3. What are ours? Because I can't help but notice the one that had level 5 enemies was somehow easier than this one's been. Alright, you're going down pretty quick. So we'll just do that. Yeah, I appreciate that they've got a beefy shooting animation for the bows. It's a little bit of an extra mile thing that they didn't necessarily have to do. Alright, 93, whatever, just go for it. Alright, let's get it. Oh, man. Just slightly off. Might as well get them stuck at least. Alright, didn't get them stuck. Only ever seen one crit so far, so I don't think we'll be seeing that. Let's go for some of those earth spikes over here. Drop some shellac. Yeah, There we go. Now my playback's looking right. Let's see. Never had issues with the PS4 controller. I think what it is, I need to adjust some things because I think it might be the PS3 controller taking priority over it or something. No, they knocked out Matsuno. Yeah, this whole attempt at training the rookies isn't training the rookies too much. It is getting them plenty of injuries, though. So, yeah, actually, come to think of it, for those that weren't here last time, just so you know, the way that this is working here, this is kind of, this one has the option for a permadeath system if you want it, which, I mean, as soon as I saw that, obviously the answer was hell yeah. But basically, they have an injury system in the game. So if somebody gets knocked out, they lose 10% of their stats for the next round, and on top of that, if you're running the second hardest difficulty, you've got a permanent negative 5% that's taken away from their stats, and then if you run permadeath, if they take 5 injuries, they're just dead. So personally, I thought that sounded like a really good way to do it. So that's what we're doing. Not to mention this one very, very heavily emphasizes keeping multiple teams going, so it should be interesting. Should be an interesting way to do it. Let's see, good place to hide things like your shame or dignity. Well, hi there, Ventos. How's your day going? Yeah, I was saying earlier, hopefully none of y'all are getting affected by this virus crap, because my, oh my, is it stupid out there right now. Never expected to be talking with people over how many stores they've tried to find TP in. God dang. It's pretty intense, pretty intense. And he's dead. Sorry, Evan. We'll leave you out of a couple fights. And there goes Diebold. Alright. Admittedly, I was expecting a lot less resistance out of this fight, so this one's kind of on me. But yeah, definitely need to be avoiding some of those injuries, because yeah, a lot of those guys that were in the team, actually mostly Evan, have taken injuries before, so they're still running that 10%. If you leave them out of a fight for a while, they recover. So that's what I was trying to do, but no such luck, unfortunately. Let's see, that one's on 22, that one's on... Why can't you be the one on 22, huh? It's got very slightly more defense. I'm just gonna do... There's really no sense in doing a forcible strike here, it just kind of looks cooler. Alright, see the Walmart here sold out, and they got a new rule now where you can only buy 2 rolls at a time. Yeah, the Costco here, I had gone to Sam's, because we have their higher membership there, so we had gone at 7 AM and figured, okay, you know, surely they'll have some, but apparently they were sold out within minutes of the announcement yesterday, so, you know, fantastic. But instead, wound up going to Costco just now, and it turns out they have a policy over there that... Actually, wait, I forgot to mention the previous bit. Yeah, they were sold out, and their truck actually... There were so many trucks having issues getting into town that they are... apparently they had a 7-hour delay in actually getting there. But yeah, so that was fantastic, and then we went to Costco, and they have a policy that each membership can only buy one thing from each of the emergency things that keep getting put on there. Yeah, I think Crazy Eyes is really not long for this world. Alright, so now we've got 3 with injuries. We've got Felicia back now, with her mustache. Yeah, let's go fix Aracel's hat. I can't believe I didn't miss that. I didn't catch that before. Gotta fix this. Alright, headwear, where's that fancy feather hat? I know you've got one. got him? Where do we got him? There we go. And then that mess has to be reddish. Actually, hers is kind of bluish. I got like a navy blue going on. I mean, I guess that's kind of close. And then, I'm gonna think about it. Do they have anything that's closer to the Archer from TO? I mean, I guess that's kind of close-ish. Just gotta give it a more of a bluish, purplish kind of situation. I guess that's kind of close. And then we can just change the hat to that color. Ew. Not that color. Not that color at all. Alright, we'll just leave it purplish. Can you change your face art? Yes, you can. You can change absolutely everything. That's what I was saying. I'm loving this customization here. That's why I went ahead and changed Felicia here. It's basically Tactics Ogre Felicia, except she's got a mustache for reasons. This one keeps reminding me of Ariel from Night of Lotus, but we'll see how long she survives to see whether she actually gets a better renaming. Yeah, I guess I should let them do their skills, huh? Alright, we'll do skills, we'll buy them some armor, because a couple of these folks are completely just running into fights naked. So that's always fun. See, Main Girl is pretty bad, and one other is even worse. What are you talking about? What's bad about him? Let's see. Counters any offensive spell cast on the character by casting a non-elemental version of it back on the caster. Sounds pretty darn good. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, it's the stick that switches between the two different versions. I think Fire 2 might be a good thing to go for, because as a counter to the wolves. Alchemistic. Grants barrier in a small area, grants renew in a small area, haste. Interesting, this is like a mix of the Time Mage, Oracle, and well, actually, looking at this, I wonder if this is meant to be a little bit like the TO Astromancer. Let's see. Your leader would have to see the other's name? Huh? Saying you play it makes you think about starting game? Yeah, this is, like I said, this is pretty dang good. Certainly won't get any complaints from me on that. Yeah, they got shield. Okay, shield and aegis. Okay, so they automatically get some bonuses. Like, that right there I really like. That as soon as you unlock a new class, they're like, okay, here's a couple of abilities. If you want to test it out as a subclass first, go for it. I like that. Like, honestly, there's very little that I don't like about this so far. Let's see. Okay, this is the one where they heal themselves. They already have that. They already have revive. Mass heal or renew? Let's see. Grants renew to the character after being targeted by any offensive action. Might be useful, though she already kind of heals herself, so I think area heal will be a bit more useful for the time being, though down the road, definitely want to do that. Alright, we'll try out the Plague Doctor. Alright, let's see if she can learn any ability other than just die. Alright, yeah, we'll do that, although I suppose it's a little bit worthless considering she doesn't have a heal, huh? Whatever. We'll figure that out. Do things for the night. Let's see, Thorn or Protect. We'll do Protect. He's getting somewhat beefy. Alright. Balm removes most basic debuffs by the looks of it, and Scout reveals all traps in a 6-tile radius. Grants the character a crit bonus and increases the chance to score a critical hit. Okay, yes. That's a very logical combination of those, because I've seen Detect Trap and a crit rate increase in both of them, but I've never seen the two combined. I feel like that one was very FFTA2 inspired, because the Ranger in that one, I believe they do get a crit bonus ability, but it only lasts one attack, and they have a big emphasis on traps, but honestly they don't really come up that often. So again, I'm just kind of assuming on that one, but I'm fairly certain that's what that is. So I like Scout. I'm liking this kind of XCOM-esque skill tree here. But yeah, it looks like we have a full team of 6 to go in the next fight. We can let 3 of them recover. Good deal. Let's go ahead and save real... Oh, wait. Armor. Right. I need to pick up some armor, except over here, probably. Let's see. The first one in the left row, but the third one in the row is the one I was talking about. Oh, the Anadine, or whatever her name is. Samurai Check. This one. I mean, basically, these two, I want to say, make me think of Star Trek. Like, she reminds me of Janeway, he reminds me of Riker. Yeah, I guess she kind of sticks out, but in terms of the, you know, trying to be their pupil kind of character, don't see anything wrong so far. Kind of wish that they wore something on their shoulders. Feels a little weird that they get... Okay, this is a weird gripe, but the fact that their armor has a... No, wait, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong on this. Look, it's actually on there. I was going to say it bugged me that it has a shoulder pad and she doesn't have it on her left arm. It totally has it on there. You know what? Glad to be corrected on that one, actually. Anywho. Not sure what's off about them yet, but we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. Anyway, let's get some basic stuff for all these guys. Do I have any actual armor for you? Yes. Alright. He needs as high defense as possible. Yeah, I feel like having high health is already a pretty good resistance to poison, so we'll do that. Spears! Spear, 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 spear. Yes, spear. And that's the best shield we got so far. Can anyone else do spear? Because yes, there are spear. No, I can't afford spear! Oh, I'm very disappointed right now. Hang on. Remove? That's pretty close. And then we'll remove the helmet. For the time being. Feels like that's probably going to be the best defense return. But okay. Immediately gets points for me because early game spears. Also, FFTA2 is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, or A2, Grimoire of the Rift, a friggin' crazy long name. Just FFTA2. Basically, it took everything that... It's just an interesting progression to see from FFT to FFTA2. Just, like, FFTA took a lot of things that people complained about from FFT, and then sort of tweaked them, and then A2 just took everything up to the top of it. Like, this overall map presentation reminds me a ton of A2. From the way that the chests are on the field, the way you have the sky in the background, you have all the map just kind of hanging up in the air, the way the angle is absolutely inspired by that. I have no question about that whatsoever. But yeah. So it's good stuff. Is FFT2 player made? Hell no, it's official. And it's honestly one of my favorite things in the genre. It's absolutely incredible. Huh. You know, I'm wondering now... Hang on. Who can I bring? Okay, we got Aerosol. Oh, and they got their little pose if they're already out on the field. That's pretty cool. And then we'll do the 3 main characters. Alright. Let's put you here. I don't know why I keep hitting circle. That's clearly not the right button. Who am I missing here? Is that everybody? Yeah, I guess I can technically place one more. But yeah, no. That's all we're using for this fight. But unless I want to cast her, let's see. Just wolves, so they're going to have a lot of healing. Alright, we're just going to start at 1 down. Why not? See, do you mean that you've also never heard of FFTA? It's possible. Bad luck crossing with wild beasts, but they live here. Vandals are quite agile. Well, yeah, I mean, we've already come across that one a few times. See, I was gonna watch some EU LCS this morning, but they seem to have cancelled due to plague. EU LCS. Hang on. Sorry, I can't immediately. It doesn't immediately bring it to mind. Like, I want to say something with chess. Should definitely check them out. One of the Game Boy Advance and A2s on the 3DS. Yeah, so yeah, oh, League of Legends. Oh, yeah, then I definitely wouldn't have heard of it. Sorry, I've been invited to LOL stuff before, but just not a fan. Not my cup of tea. But yeah, no. As far as FFTA, it's like basically FFTA. Like I said, it takes the FFT thing. It fixes a lot of the super cheesable broken stuff. Kind of the first thing that they went for. From there, they took it a step further. They changed a lot of those equipment pieces over, or they changed a lot of those skills over to equipment to give you more reason to experiment with different items. So, for example, like, if you wanted to learn counter, you had to be a thief, sure, just like you did in FFT, but now you had to be equipping a brigandine, meaning that they could make sure that they could lock it to the middle of the game instead of, or rather, you could actually get it some other ways as well. Ooh, Plague Doctor gets a, I like this. An area heal plus a debuff remover. But yeah, so for example, stuff like that. So you could lock a counter away in a certain way, but that could also mean that you're basically learning that skill. Every fight that you go into with that equipment, you're slowly learning that skill, and then eventually once you master it, you just permanently have it. Now, there was a decent amount of, you know, back and forth at the time, I recall, over whether people liked that change. I mean, I personally adored it, but to each their own, obviously. This guy looks like he's going to hit pretty hard, so we'll just do a power strike here, and I keep forgetting that he's not a melee character. Oh well. But yeah, as far as A2, it then basically just took all of that and just made it even more advanced. Like, they just took everything up to 11, they had side missions out the wazoo, they had like 50-something classes. I mean, it's so good. If you, like he said, if you've never tried FFTA and FFTA2, brilliant games. The law system in FFTA rubs some folks the wrong way. There's basically a system where every fight, if you use certain abilities or whatever else, wait, hated that about F99? Or, wait, the equipment skill thing? Like, it's one of those things that like I said, it's gonna vary per person. Oof. That hurts. But yeah, as far as FFTA, the law system could either be incredibly broken or somewhat difficult, depending on who was talking about it at the time. Like, the general idea was, at the very start of the game, there's few laws, then you go up to one law. It's like one daily law. It's like one random list from a list of banned things. And then from there, you eventually go up to 2, and then finally 3 laws that are active on any given day. And you basically have the ability to mess around with these things at any time you want during a fight, and you can absolutely just get into a fight and be like, oh, you know, friggin' fireballs over there are completely wrecking us. Well, screw it, fire's illegal today. And then suddenly they're all just sitting around like, the judge is gonna come kick us out of the fight if we burn, despite the fact that we're on fire, so I guess we'll just sit here. It's hard to describe. It's like an interesting mix of incredibly stupid but actually brilliant. It's seriously just a trip. It would very highly recommend it. This ogre game looks weird. Don't like it. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, I would say while I've seen some stuff that might be possibly ogre related, I would say this is definitely more of a FFTA, FFTA2 kind of love letter in general, but you can definitely see that there's some similar stuff. Alright, finish them off. Yeah, general flow reminds me so much of A2, and I adore A2, so that's a good thing. Alright, that's... You know, one thing I haven't tested is how much staffs do. We're actually just going to test it real quick. Can't test it on you. Just want to test how good this is. It's alright. It's basically first aid, but in an area. Alright. See, the guy did Ogre Battle Games, did FFT also. Yeah, I know. That's why I usually consider them all the same series. This started off with March of the Black Queen, which, funnily enough, had its 27th anniversary yesterday, I found out. Yeah, started off with March of the Black Queen, then they did Let Us Cling Together, so the first Tactics Ogre game. Then they moved on to FFT, and then from there they moved on to Night of Lotus, then FFTA, then A2, then the Lucked remake. OB64 happened somewhere in the middle of all that. And yeah, definitely would recommend all of them, because they are fantastic frickin' games. And for those unaware, by the way, almost the entire Ogre series actually has mods of different varieties now. So if you didn't know, you know, now you know. There's that. And they're about to eat Felicia again. God dang it. Stop eating Felicia! She's just trying to be a good healer. Stop dying. There we go. Alright. Still have yet to see that thing people were saying about shooting through the terrain. It's like right there, that still made sense. We're gonna try the whole shooting through walls thing later. You know, honestly, even if it does happen, it's not like it hasn't happened in the genre before, so meh. But we'll see. We'll see. So far I haven't really seen anything other than one map where that would even come up, so... Alright. I have to see if I can get her a spear. Everybody needs a spear. Okay, who needs some healing? Rainer needs some healing. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Alright, I think what we're going to do is mass heal instead. Kaboosh. That mustache makes their face expression look really weird when they're getting hit. I love it. Kaboosh. And they got thorns. Yeah, I like the option with thorns there too. It's like you get a counter, it can work from any range, but you gotta give it a turn of setup first. Okay, so it looks like we can avoid setup that way. Not sure if that's a firing arc thing, or if that is a no friendly fire thing. I probably should have shot from farther away, but oh well. Okay. I'm gonna move him probably up here to get him out of the danger zone. With his jumpy boots. Let's see if we can't finish off this one right here. Yes, we can. Alright. Now, is it going to be FFT or TO like this? Is Mass Heal going to hit up there? No! Okay, we're going to FFT on our healing range then. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, in FFT, if a heal or spell or whatever else was out of your normal range, yeah, we'll probably be back for that chest. Just there was a chance that he was going to go up and kill off Rainer. We'll go ahead and do a quick patrol there. But yeah, in FFT it was based off a certain range, whereas in when they did in Tactics Ogre, an AoE was an AoE. So it just always hit those tiles. So these guys got way snazzier, and there's an albino cleric over there. Alright, wizard, healer. Crazy Eyes is probably just going to get retired, honestly. Sounds good to me. It's interesting that they gave you one extra unit for the story fight. Alright. Let's go over here, probably turn on Fleetfoot. We'll say to their credit, a lot of these abilities are definitely sticking to mind. That's not always something that you see, especially out of indie games. Let's see. The arcade stick finally came with the wrong set of button size. These are 24 and I need 30, but I asked them to return it, but I guess it was too late. Well, they're fun to click. Well, they're arcade sticks. Of course they're fun to click. Yeah, I brought Leader Lady along just to kind of carry the team a little bit. The newbies aren't the best. I mean, honestly, even the buff and debuff notifications really make me think of A2 specifically. Nice. We got a buff class. Get dive-old over this way. Now, these are just a 6-tile, yeah. So his defense... Yeah, finally defensive strike actually gives him more attack out of his defensive strike than his normal one. And it's interesting how they prevent grouping up with that forceful hit there, too. Why do they gotta make everything complicated? Because that's just how life has always been. We just never knew it until we grew up. That's why. Then again, I get folks that come into the store all the time. They're like, "Oh man, I can't believe cars are so complicated now." And you look up their parts, and it's like, yeah, we got hundreds and hundreds of different types of parts and everything else. And it's like there's one part that'll fit your car in one specific way. There we go. He goes down. Take away some experience from everybody else. Bandits in a coat and tails in the top hat. Hell yeah. The snazzy bandits, you've never heard of them? Alright. But yeah, like the whole specifically holding square to get your information on your health bar is absolutely a TO thing. I just wish it had an overhead view, but I can understand why they didn't. Just let's be honest, nobody's gonna have the budget of the TO remake. Alright, weirdly smiley bandit. You're gonna go over here. See, what I'm looking for right now is a class that would... Ooh, gives a resistance, okay. I'm specifically hoping to find a class that serves as an area blocker. That lets you put down barricades and things like that. I don't think there will be one, considering many of the maps already have choke points as they are. But it makes me wonder. He's the classy one? I suppose. He's the one that put all of his points into charisma. And we got traps. Now, out of curiosity, does the trap... Survival... Scout... Bird! And we found his traps. Okay, good. There we go. That's cool. See, this is the first time I've seen a legitimately useful scout trap in the genre. I'll give them that. Like, seriously, anyone that's played TO, please tell me that you ever found a use for detect trap. I guarantee it was only there as a reference to Dungeons & Dragons. I guarantee it. Because not only did they never find... Well... Not only did you never even know where to look for those traps, there was never a reason to even avoid them. They sucked that hard. Like, oh, it gave you a minor accuracy debuff. What are we possibly going to do? Alright. I think I should probably take a page out of their book. Do some of this blindness shot. Yeah, definitely FFTA strats on that one. Get your blind shot going on your gunners, except you can do it right away. Alrighty. Seems like we need to do an area heal right here. I don't know if he was actually blinded. Should probably have checked that. There we go, Mr. Dive Old. Would you kindly smackify this dude, man? Thank you. Alright. Not particularly weak to anything. Alright, now to find out if they've got damage ranges at all. Get out of here. That right there is what we call a terrible person. Should have seen that coming. Frickin' forceful strikes. Doesn't matter, he still got what was coming to him. Right. Well, we can make better use of their own traps, I suppose. Rooting shots. Yeah, actually, let's keep their cleric over here. They'll still be within range to heal some of them, but it didn't land. Oh well. Worth a shot. Alright. Yeah, just run to defend here. I'll never not be able to hear Battlefield 1942 with this theme. Hello there, Gamma. How's it going? Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of a bait here, see if the AI will fall for it, because they seem to really, really, really like going for Forceful Strike. So, I'm going to set up a bait right here with Fleesh up front. There we go. Actually, can you hit this? Yes. So what I want to do is get them to circle around the right side so that I can do the same to them. Then hopefully if I don't move... Right, she's got lowered... Set it up like this. I can get the attack off on those three. Puts Evan into a dangerous position. Let's see. She's taken half, one way or another. Oh, right, he doesn't get friendly fire. Right. No, it's screw it, just do that. Perfect. See a guy named Sniper Tony, prone to snipe people while in the air. He's legendary in BF 1942. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I know that most of my time with it was admittedly with the Wake Island demo, but yeah. God, that game was good. Even if the hit detection was really, really wonky. Like, okay, surprisingly, I think the 1942 demo is still alive to this day. And if I recall correctly, there's actually a, I don't know, yeah, if all those same private servers are still going, then you should still be able to run those ones that occasionally just increase damage of everything. It was the most mind-blowing moment where I had unknowingly joined one of those. And so this, there was the usual thing where on that map you have 2 towers. And so I was trying to camp on one of those towers because some people kept rushing the airfield part of it. And so I was just sitting up there, you know, not really sure what to do there. And then this plane comes down and attacks the towers, as they always do. And so, like, run out of shots. And so I pull out the pistol, and the pistol just one-shots the plane, and I was just all excited about it. I was like, oh man, I just sniped the guy straight out of the cockpit or whatever else. They're like, yeah, no, we just we just increased how strong the pistols are. There's no way that should have worked. Anyway, good times, all the same. Alright, mass heal. Now, Divold's doing kind of okay. So if we do this, we should be fine. I just wanted to set them up in such a way that they were Getting a little bit close. Didn't end up springing for the trap, but oh well. Rude. Rude, rude. Alright, let's do the defensive hit on you. Take 36 off. Once Wizardlington does his thing, should take one of them out. Excellent. All things being ideal here, hopefully we don't lose anyone. Now, can you fire beyond range, or no? No. Not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed by that, but fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. I'm not really sure how they would have done the formula for that, actually. As I understand, that was always kind of... To this day, it's still kind of a mystery for Tactics Ogre. At least for the remake, as far as what the actual formula is. Because I think it's something like 1 tile beyond range if on same or higher elevation plus 1. But not super positive on that. Dirty hit. Let's make you go away, because you're more likely to do something here. Excellent. If you could not... You dick. Dang it, Bongi! I just got him back. I was really hoping that blind would have prevented him from attacking. I will say, their team compositions, they're actually doing stuff. Definitely can't say that they're any slouches. But what I do like is that I think they're... I don't think the units are actually set. I think they're actually spawning in under certain criteria. So... that potentially could mean that every run's going to be different, which, you know, would absolutely adore that. Let's finish off these two. Probably bring back Evan so that he can at least get his points for being here. Yeah, love the consumable system. Definitely feels like a solid step there. Open le box. Silver spear. Okay, very nice. Very nice. I wish I would have realized that it was there before going and buying one, but oh well. Oh well. Ah, rude. Oh yeah. So I was mentioning earlier, but people are friggin' mass collecting water right now. Like water and ships and everything else. Why water? And granted, not everyone here is going to be from Michigan, but, well, the thing is, in Michigan here, it's very, very, very common for people to have filters. It's just, I don't know, it seems like a higher amount of filters per capita than anywhere else. But yeah, there's no reason to have it. I don't know why they're doing it. It's like, for some reason, people legitimately think they just won't be able to leave the house, or it's going to turn into some friggin' apocalypse scenario overnight. You know, over a disease that pretty much only affects you if you're over 80, so... Well, I mean, I guess that requires some clarification. Not completely doesn't affect, but it can't really be that dangerous unless you've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Because I remember even early on, they were basically saying unless you've got several other diseases at the same time, and or you're already completely falling apart, then, well, you usually don't have anything to worry about from this. It's like, I don't understand why there's such a mass panic, you know? It seems really incongruous here. And the usual thing that I keep hearing is, oh, yeah, you know, it's all media's fault or whatever else, but it's not even that. I mean, it's not like people aren't participating in that. So I'm not sure. They do that in Ohio too. It's ineffective. Do which thing? The whole everyone going out and stockpiling things for no real effective reason. Because even when these kinds of things happen, people here usually will go and buy a crap load of water and then just never use it and just use their filter anyway, so... why? See, it's not like all infrastructure is going to break down because of a flu. Excessive water filters? No, yeah. I mean, most of them come with at least a few extras for what it's worth. Like, I mean, I know we have probably 3 in reserve right now, and all seems good. I mean, I know even if all infrastructure did break down, we'd still be okay for a good few weeks at least. But still, seems a bit much. Seems a bit much. Also, hi there, Evan. I'm sorry, I somehow completely spaced on the fact that that was you. Alright, let's have Cleric go and smack this guy with a stick, because I want to see how much damage they do, and I don't know why my voice cracked there. Apparently I'm going through puberty again. There we go. No! 92%. Get out of here. Yeah, that thing's dubious. Like, no! Decapitated. Hey, and look, there's even an achievement for that. See, there we go. There's no emblem system in this, but they still got some Knight of Lotus in there by giving you, seemingly giving you achievements for the same stuff you get emblems for. Alright. Let's get Evan back. So you have to go collect some dead leaves for the bathroom. Oh yeah. Don't accidentally don't exactly wipe your butt with a tree branch. Nice. You know, when someone said water 2, giant ice sword coming from the sky definitely wouldn't have been the first thing that came to mind. There we go. Spear animation's a little weak, but whatever. It does the job. Let's see. I know one place has 2 filtration systems leading the same water tank. Oh, I have no idea. Also, sorry, Evan, you got yet another injury. My bad. I'm not sure what your odds are looking like this campaign. Yeah, you're already up to 3 injuries. We've barely left the intro. But you know what? That could potentially be a good thing. There's stuff going on. Okay. Counter. Counter magic. Alchemistic. Such a cool name. Alright, let's see. Mana Font recovers 1 MP with each step taken or renew. Alright, are you going to automatically equip that? No. Feels like some abilities it'll automatically renew, or automatically add them. Alright, they became a gambler. Alright, you're gonna become a gambler then. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like they literally just do a random thing. Alright, let's see what the Gambler does. So Wildcard usually inflicts a random number of debuffs on a single target, ignores evasion but has a small chance of backfiring. Okay, Wildcard usually grants a number of buffs to a single target. Fleetfoot usually restores a random amount of HP to a single target, has a small chance of backfiring. So this is like the Trickster, but it doesn't suck. Refreshes duration of all debuffs in a small area. Gains a free turn at the very start of combat. Has a chance of inflicting charm. No, this is, you know what, this is just like, okay, this is a mix of the Trickster and the Gambler from FFTA 2. Okay, grants the target an immediate turn. And also the... besides Trickster, what was it? The Tinker? Yeah, this is just like the Gambler from FFTA 2, but also has some Tinker in there. Interesting. Alright. Gonna go back through the YouTube videos and do a death counter on all my incarnations? The answer is very. That's how much. It is a very, very number. Alright, give you 4. Turn that counter on. Let's see. See you still GP. Probably gonna go Forceful Strike on this, but we're gonna see what this Templar situation's all about. So it deals holy damage in a small area around the character. This is gonna absolutely be the Paladin from FFTA, isn't it? Any debuffs will last 1 turn less. Soothing Chant restores. Yeah, this is just like the heal mode from that one. Magical damage dispels all debuffs, or dispels all buffs. Interesting. Okay, that's a really cool move. So if it's a buff punish. This is defense by 32 plus 1.5 times level. Okay. Always evades any regular attack. Wait, so this combined with his defensive abilities right now would be pretty dang strong. Huh. Alright. Siphon. Life to heal and remove all debuffs from all allies. Interesting. Okay, can't suffer an injury from it though. Grants higher attack. Yeah, I think we're... I think what we're going to do, we're going to give him Life Font. That's going to be the next thing he'll get, and then we're going to switch over to that other one. Yields component. On a killing blow, rebirth will be ignored. Okay, so this is, that's just Hunt from FFTA. Or not Hunt, but what was it called? It's the one that, for whatever reason, called a sword. Shot a sword down from the sky. Don't know why. Counter bypass should be useful. Let's see. Yep. Let's steal an item, and let's see. You're gonna get a counter, because you really need that by now. And there we go. See, I always wondered who came up with that idea. What was he doing that led him to come up with that? Wait, hang on. Way back times they used corn cobs. I figure it was just something that they already had laying around as trash, pretty much, and I guess would be abrasive and would do the job fairly well. Right. Sunshaw. I just really appreciate that your random units are just hanging out in camp. I don't know. I know this is kind of an unnecessary detail, but it's something that I always appreciated in these games. Like, honestly, in Night of Lotus, they didn't even do it, but I still specifically tailored my team at some points just to pretend that they did. And then they actually did it throughout all of Luct. Well, probably because they're corrupt as hell, sir. Little things are always nice, hell yeah. That guy's face, yeah, he's got kind of a weird face, not gonna lie. But I would say... I don't know. It's kind of like they tried to animeify a Riker from Star Trek. Like, that's kind of what his face makes me think of. Like, it looks weird, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Take over Alphonse's party by midday tomorrow. And okay, what do you guys think? The whole deal with the guy's name being Alphonse. Is it just because it sounds like a douchey name, or is it related to KOL at all? Think it's because his mouth is smaller than the chin? Maybe. Could be that. Like, I I guess what was weird about it to me at first is like the expression that his sprite is making is not the same as the one that his portrait is making, which is different from the expression that his intro face is making. You know? But yeah, there's something a little bit off about it, but whatever. Let's see. If you want to do this, understand the point of person. Just in the right, but you're being quite literal about it. Oh, don't be PG now. Everyone's already murdering dudes. Hey, Evan, you're hanging out at camp over there. Though I will say they're not an overpowered protagonist, so realistically, they're probably not getting kicked out of the party. Not to mention, was he actually one of their captain people? Because I thought that was one of the deals, that they had to be one of their captains in order to actually become nominated for this thing. You got Felicia over there on the bottom. Yeah, honestly, at this point, they should really just back off, if you ask me. Let's see. Why is he young, Mike Love? I'm not sure who that is. Like, I know they gotta deal with the whole corruption dealie and whatever else, but, you know, it just seems like they logically should back off at this point. Yeah, it kind of seems like what they could do is probably just ambush him, stuff him in a hole. They didn't technically, you know, arrest him or anything. And as long as it's unprovable, well, there you go, problem solved. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so apparently he's making some venison. That's gonna suck. Alright, let's see if there's anything new shop-wise. Well, geez. Apparently we walked in on something here. Okay, we got 5100. Can do some stuff with that. For one thing, let's see if we can make a... Yeah, we already have a better spear for Diebold. Is this a flat upgrade? Is there any weight to this stuff? Some of it does affect speed, but yeah, it seems like a flat upgrade all around. Alright. More defense on that. Let's see, it protects from cuts. So I guess that's just like physical damage resistance, the 5% that it gives. Is he able to equip it on top of the other one? Because yeah, it's 4 movement, 4 jump height. And then I'd assume... What is that? Keep forgetting that I can do this. Crit chance. Okay, alright. Yeah, 11% crit chance ain't bad. I guess we'll give the rest of these guys some to work with. 850, just flat upgrade. They're okay without too much armor. Okay, I do like that swords give a defensive bonus. Some nice, almost one vision kind of stuff going on there. We got one of these, except not really. Gonna go ahead and sell some stuff. Actually, no, let's go put on whatever we've already got. does she have that? Hmm? Yeah, no. You're not getting his fancy spear. That thing is really good. Or, unfortunately, not very good. Alright, get Buckler. Whatever this class is, it seems pretty good. This Gambler class here. And I'm liking the mix of different weapon types for classes so far. See, why are their portraits like LOL semi-realistic? See, fancy spear goes to the guy in the red hood. But why? Plus, the guy in the red hood is the girl in the red hood. Actually, yeah, I meant to update her look, but didn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the art they went for. Honestly, it's better than most. Like I will say, this genre in particular kind of has the weird distinction of, well, it's trying to fit in with a genre that's, generally speaking, had absurdly good artwork, so it's always going to look, you know, worse by comparison. I was referencing the protagonist of Legend of Mana? Ah, gotcha. Sorry about that. Man, no future mode is so much more fun than I would have expected. Ah, still loving it. Still loving it. Okay. Hang on. We need, first of all, your accessory... Yeah, whatever. We'll just leave that as is. The hair, though. Or the headpiece. See, I wanted to make them closer to their FF, or rather, their TO counterpart. There we go. That looks more like it. Do they have like a bluish one? It's kind of like this weird blue-green situation that got going on. I think this would be closest to Aircell's look there. It's not exactly, nah. Actually, like this. There we go. That one's more like it. We'll go with that. It's not completely right by any means, but it's closer than expected. And for the accessory, we'll just take that off. There we go. Actually, for Evan, let's see if you've got any different thing you could have on your head there. That helmet isn't doing its job. Like a sweet splintered metal hat here. We got like a wolf head. What do we got here? Should give her the clown afro? Might have an idea for the clown afro. There we go. We'll go with this. Like, sick gladiator helmet going on. Except I didn't update it because I didn't hit the button. Oh, wait, you mean this afro? You know what? No, that's too awesome. He's wearing grapes. Mr. Evan, you have become the grape wizard. Alright, what's this arena thing? Currently closed in preparation for the grand tournament. Okay. Fair enough. The other one was red? Too bad, this one's purple. It's the one we're going with. Sweet owl statue. Yeah, I think the art works really well with the kind of very geometrical look that they went for. It's funny, their portrait says professional, but their expression says that I work in the Geek Squad. Sure, showed up. Branford, he's the Diet Bradford, trying to inform him of goings on, but he's just not very good at speaking. Don't. You're supposed to ambush him, dang it. Oh, yeah, I forgot we were legally allowed to get this guy now. You know, we could be watching Bob Ross right now. We could be. No one's stopping you. Why is this guy such a douche? Also not really sure why this guy plans that this would work. I feel like we should have secured the exit there. Okay. This immediately make me think of Dorter Trade City from the layout. It's like for Dorter it was yeah, for FFT it was Dorter, for FFTA it was the thesis mission there. Grape Wizard. Need a healer. Definitely want Diebold. And I think we'll take Araceli. Yeah, we might end up retiring Matsuno, weirdly enough. Internet has stopped me. Can barely run one stream. Thinking about the city mission where the other team had all them black mages up high? Yeah. It's like, this is a kind of a standard trope. You gotta have a bunch of people like this. Your introduction to being at a height disadvantage. Okay, that's what they mean about being able to shoot through obstacles, though one could argue that still would have been possible. Alright, we're gonna have to fix her in a little bit. Let's get you patched up. Yeah, this is... in many ways, this is kind of like how I remember FFTA. And don't get me wrong, it's still good. Like, to this day, it still holds up super well. Just saying, like, that's kind of the thought that comes to mind here. Like, this is how I would have remembered a lot of it. Slightly fancier animations, but aside from that... I think I'm gonna make some of them froggy boots for my frontliners later. And we're gonna play it a little bit risky here with Evan. He's currently running negative 15% stats, more or less. Well, negative 15% on one stat and negative 10% on everything else. Yeah, they're gonna start burning items. Pandem, no. Just no. Get your band butt out of here. How do these come up so often for a channel this tiny? Like, we're beyond not even a blip on the radar, and yet these keep coming up every time. You get more ad bots than any other. Yeah, that's what I mean. Why? This is the most like friggin' obscure crap you're gonna find, and still they're like, no, wait, this is clearly the way to go. Oh well, whatever. Such is life, I suppose. Let's see if we can hit their archer. Yeah, no, that still hits. Okay, it might be just an absolute range on that, actually. So it makes you wonder what the actual difference between crossbows and full bows are. Actually, a little bit of curiosity here. Anyone here watch Jorg Sprave, by any chance? Apparently that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I always called him Jorg Sprave for the longest time. Yeah, this one's definitely awkward. Alright, let's move you over this way. Less viewers and they don't get them bots? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Because I know there's a bunch that it automatically blocks, so I don't know why those ones aren't getting blocked. But yeah, most what I'm asking about the guy there, when it comes to bows and that kind of thing, they've been doing this this thing called the Instant Legolas project for the longest time now, where it was supposed to be an attempt to make a rapid-fire medieval bow. Which, yeah, there's more to cover as far as that goes, but yeah, they functionally just created a thing that you'd be able to draw back the bow, and it has like a little magazine attached to the bow, and it would essentially hold it in place until it was fired. So a cool little device and everything. But then one of the versions they came out with recently was just 2 bows back to back, because somebody wanted to see how they would make an actual medieval version. That guy just did 57. Holy crap! And she does not have a weapon. Okay, didn't think that through. Come on now. Alright. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we can at the very least get his attack down. Because I screwed that up. Rude. Okay, we're gonna just keep pressuring the archer. Really bad positioning here. Also like that they actually show the way that the stats are affected. Alright, not a bad move. Probably gonna have to go for the area heal. Neo 2 ad just came out only for PS4. Really? How have I never heard of that even now? Would have really expected to hear something about that. I mean, it's not like that thing was an ultra niche title or anything. It's just pretty well known. Alright, it's not going to hit everyone, but it will cure her blindness. Just gonna go for the AoE here. Dang, this dude's looking unreasonably fancy. He's gonna go ahead and piss off. see about locking this guy in place. He's probably gonna try to run up and do some shenanigans. You don't want it for two? Let's see. The demo last year, it was fun, they added a character creation, like the fact that they... Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta have the frontal portions on there. Oh, for God's sake. RNG, why? Why are you doing this? All these 80 and 90% keep missing. And all my best damage dealers are nowhere remotely close to the fight. I think Aerosol might take an injury here. Not too much I can do to avoid it. Yeah, they're gonna do their heals. Once the cleric's down, it's probably about 4 turns away. That guy's not gonna be too much of an issue. Just single targeting. Dang it. I gotta heal these two for now. I think best bet might be to somehow claim the center here, as soon as moving as possible. Go down this way. Still gonna be within hit range. Yeah, that didn't take him out, thankfully. It's one very defensive cleric. And there goes Evan again. Dang it. She can't even really move. Can heal herself slightly. Probably better off just taking a regular heal. She'll come out on PC like everything else did with the first game, or waiting, but then everyone dies of the virus. Oh, it's... It's nothing to worry about right now. Or, I guess better put as, it's nothing super worrying right now. There we go. Not very much damage, but it's damage all the same. Really now? Really? How is that even possible? Diebold has missed every single thing he's tried this entire thing. Don't spill your coffee? Maybe I want to spill my coffee. Maybe the coffee's done stuff. There we go. Wait, don't do the bad. What do you mean? At least they're aggroing on somebody else right now. Okay, that's not good. I mean, for once they did hire a competent team, for what it's worth. That's 48%. That was definitely not guaranteed by any means. Worth a try. why she did so much less damage that last round. Also, is he affected by anything? Bleed, apparently. Okay. Attack down. Any luck, we should come close to finishing this guy. Finally! All these 90+% and one of them finally lands. And he immediately gets healed. Beautiful. Only kids refuse to do things and do the opposite. Sometimes they even do things and just do the same thing immediately. Also, no, adults do plenty of that themselves. It's the only way I can possibly describe the bizarre political situation that's been the last few years. I know everybody wants this one thing to be done, but no, I'm gonna do the other thing for basically no reason. Okay, there we go, I saved the world, you're welcome. From what, sir? Yes. And there goes Aircell. It makes me wonder, will they have a dramatic death quote when they die? Yeah, we're definitely gonna be burning through some characters this run, which I'm completely okay with. Well, we need Evan more than anything here. Here. He's got a counter. That sucks. Yeah, he can still counter the rock. I was hoping that he wouldn't be able to counter the rock here. Does this guy have a counter? This guy does not have a counter. Okay. So we'll do that. And their cleric moves, does something or other. Thankfully, all the time that they're doing that, they're not healing the guy they should be healing. I just noticed she has no mass heal here, actually. For that heal. Okay. A standard heal on him. If I'd realized that, I would have gone for the item. Yeah, she's becoming legitimately hard to kill now. Let's see, only kids refuse to do that. It's called hypocritism, pretty much. What level are these guys? Yeah, 5. We're at the same level. Well, that's what we get for doing first run on hard mode, I suppose. Again, a big reason that we're having issues right now is because I forgot to put a weapon back onto the leader. Since the remove option doesn't just remove the thing that you're trying out, it doesn't put the original back. So that's my bad. Alright, well, we're gonna need Diebold around for a while. So let's go ahead and itemize him. Since our best frontliner is kind of relegated to doing nothing right now. And of course, they hit every one of their debuffs. So she's stuck in place, can't even move. Field Aid doesn't get rid of it, so she can just sit there and recover a little bit. it's doing a ton to that guy, though. Thankfully, recovery's cheap, so we can do that. And okay, that apparently it doesn't cause her to get a heal when she does that. I thought it did. Shield for a few turns. I don't know what good that'll really do here compared to this. Because he's almost down. And with any luck, Diebold should be able to finish him. While they have a cleric moving, I don't think they'll be able to reach him on time. Medicate the medic. She still can't move. She can throw a rock, though. Eat rock. I appreciate that rock being there. It's funny, because I wonder if it's supposedly supposed to be another FFTA nod. Yes, there was throw rock in FFT, and you could always throw rocks in Tactics Ogre, but what I mean is there was specifically an item called the Knot of Rust that there was really just never really a reason to use. It was basically 1 damage anywhere you wanted to throw it, which usually just meant it was the cheaper wake-up item, but it was just always just kind of there. There we go. Get some damage coming out of this at least. Oh, come on. Do the mass heal. Probably the best place to have her, because she keeps getting a regen turned on. And she's out. Please don't be within arrow range. Rude. This guy just doesn't die. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to trap him in the corner. She can defend, so she can hold that area up top a little better. Actually, come to think of it, we have the revive ability on her. Should be going for that too. Should be going for Panacea. This archer is such a dick. Okay. Could do that, or we can protect you. See, moving her up top by herself was a really bad idea. Not really. The idea was that she would go up and she would basically stall for a while. With the idea being that we should be able to break through these guys while that was happening. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, these guys rolled really low damage last round, and For the life of me, I couldn't tell you why, because they literally rolled half damage. So, yeah, whatever that was about. Luckily, if this lines up right, we might have an option right here. Still not amazing, but it's something. Good. Like, really, the biggest mistake here was coming in without a weapon on my main character there. Finally get one down. Yeah, not to mention they kept having a cleric moving immediately after I would get a turn to actually do something. So they could just immediately counter anything I did. There we go, 2 down. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to bring anyone back now. But this might still be winnable. Also, Evan's dead now. See, still playing the Android shovelware shmup. Kind of addictive, but badly playable. Controller doesn't work well with the game. I don't know how you do a shmup on a phone. Seems like it would suck. He's gonna protect her. She's gonna try to recover somehow. Apparently their cleric's gonna decide to stay in the back. That's fine. That's not. Right, that's their wizard, not their cleric. Okay, so... best approach seems this. Defensive hit on you. Somehow gained 3 levels over the course of this fight. It's just, yeah, they can easily out-heal most of what we're doing. Keep getting stuck by that guy's shots, which thankfully can be countered with thorns, interestingly enough. It's basically just shooting out spikes every time. Left. Might be able to do an aggressive defend. Alright, what's his jump height? 4. So yeah, if he goes this way and defends, that'd be the way to go. with a couple quick edits, this would be a far easier fight. So, for one thing, the ability to craft multiple boots should be around, so jumpy boots should be easy enough to get a hold of. So a couple of them. Just need to actually have a weapon on my hardest hitting character, and then we'd be completely down to business here. Nails a crit, why wouldn't he? Yeah, this is doable. Fairly certain this one is already done for, but this is definitely doable. But I'm basically just giving it a go right now because I gotta get going, so might as well try it. They don't let you save in the middle of a fight, right? No. Okay. Worth a check. Oh yeah, he can't even jump up there. All right. So in that case, we're gonna go ahead and call it for this one for today. And actually, tomorrow morning should be happening. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Actually, in fact, what we can do. Let's go ahead and load it up real quick. Wait, really? Has autosaves and stuff? Nice. I didn't know it had autosaves. So for one thing, weapon have equals yes equals good. So yeah, do the thing with the weapon have. Also probably should have taken a training fight with these guys, since most of the team got injured. Alright, and crafting. So can't make those, actually. Could have sworn we had the means to do it, but no. Item-wise, we can apparently make two things. Corrosive and noxious bombs. So defense down, yes. It's always a yes. Like that it actually tells you what you're able to make there. Permadeath means nothing if you're just gonna load it when you die. Well, I mean, okay, so basically we're playing with permadeath for the character. Since this is the first time through the game, like, I will do a proper Iron Man run. Like, what you're thinking is an Iron Man run. Because in this case, yeah. Even though Evan's on his last life, realistically, he's probably gonna get killed off pretty soon here. Since this is a blind run, since I'm still learning it, I'm basically just doing it on permadeath. So, it's basically the highest slider for what can be selected for that one. Everything else is just on the standard hard mode. And yeah, we'll do, like, everything on the highest difficulty and whatever else once we get to that point. But for a first time through, I want to actually be able to experience the game, so I'm not going to go start over from scratch just to do that. So go ahead and save it. And yeah, next time we'll get back to this. We'll do this tomorrow. And don't worry, Mr. Vantos. We'll get people dying off. I was curious to see how the death mechanic worked too, but it was just headed towards the game over there. But anyway. So see you guys then. Have yourselves a good one. Hopefully avoid the plague. And hopefully avoid all the people friggin' going nutso over the plague. And yeah, have yourself a good one. See you then.